Good morning, everyone. Going to start this morning. This is the last Monday of June. That means that half of the year in about 4 days, counted today, is going to be gone. So we want to make sure, as I've said, that we're refocused, that we have goals ahead of us so that we can win the year. Quarters 1 and 2 are behind us. I want to remind you that June stats, or should say May stats, came out last week. So you want to get those stats, those statistics on the housing market so you can know what's going on. A reminder for those of you who are with Buffini, that the Buffini broadcast for the mid-year report is taking place today at 1 p.m. I sent that log out so you all can gain access to that. But this morning, what we wanted to share, we want to look at two things. The first one is going to be avoiding the commissionectomy. And this is, how do we avoid getting our commissions cut? So to do this, I am going to share my screen with you all here. And would you all just let me know, is the screen moving? Can you see the screen move when I slide my mouse up and down?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, DeAndre. All right, so the first thing, so how do we avoid a commissionectomy or having our commissions cut, our compensations cut? Now, this is in compliance. We're not trying to fix any prices or anything like that. We're just talking about, how do we earn everything? How do we receive everything that we are worth and that we've earned? So here is the first thing, and this is going to be the biggest. Know your value as a real estate pro. Know your value. Know how much you're worth and how much you're willing to take. Now, I can't tell you how much you're worth. I can't tell you what to charge. I can tell you that if the more you know your value and your worth, the more you're going to be willing to stick it out and avoid having your compensation cut. So I'm going to share this with everyone after the call today, but just know that the number one thing is know your value. Don't buy into the idea that something is better than nothing. Clients who don't value the service you offer can also be difficult to work with, and the added stress won't be worth it. Let's see what Madam Oprah Winfrey has to say. When you undervalue what you do, the world will undervalue who you are. Ouch. So I'm not telling you what to charge. I'm not telling you how to do it. I just know that if a client is going to be unwilling to pay you what you're worth, they're probably very likely going to undervalue what it is you do. And you're going to see that come out in all of the transaction. One of the best people on our team at doing this is DeAndre. DeAndre has held out with a client for years and has not wavered. They've left DeAndre because he would not waver, and they came back. And now all of this guy's business is transacted through DeAndre because he thought that he could go find cheaper. He thought he could go find better because of the price, the commission, but ultimately he ended up coming back. Number two, after we know our value, is going to be the fundamentals. Overcome the commissionectomy conversation before it happens. So when we're doing our marketing consultation, when we're doing our buyer consultation, if the buyer is going to be responsible for any part of compensating us, make sure that we address that issue up front. So I was teaching in Bradenton on Thursday of last week, and a guy asked me, he says, Neil, you work with some clientele, we've seen your sales, we've seen some stuff that you do. How do you justify your commission? I say, I don't justify my commission or my compensation. I address it up front. And so that's where I'm going to encourage all of us to do. Let's not wait and let that be something that's lingering in the room or the Zoom room or on the phone. Hopefully it's in some type of personal interaction via video, hopefully not on the phone when we're talking about compensation But consistently do the voice-to-voice and face-to-face working by referral activities. That's going to be one. Make sure that we are getting note cards out. Here are my note cards that I have that I will be finishing up today, so I can get all of my summertime watermelon and dog days of summer note cards out. Don't discuss your commission until after you've gone over what you're prepared to do for them. Hopefully, you have a cadence, you have a rhythm to your consultations where you know what you're going to cover first. If you do not have a cadence, a rhythm to your marketing consultations, guess what we're going to be covering in July? We are going to be going over these very same things. Now, I do want to go ahead and mention that next week is July 4th. We will not be meeting on July 4th. I want you all to have fun, enjoy your holiday. Don't have too much fun that you don't remember the 4th on the 5th, but make sure that you're taking time for yourselves, your family, your mental well-being. Maybe you want to take some time for some clientele that's going to be available to show property or to meet for that marketing consultation. But don't discuss your commission until after you've gone over what you're prepared for them, and then communicate your value. And this is how we're going to communicate. So you see right here, this complete home marketing plan. This is what I am going to share with us so that we can know how we're going to walk through our marketing consultation. So I still use this complete home marketing plan today. This is my cadence, my rhythm for going through the marketing consultation. This is where I get the terminology, megaphone to the marketplace, and all of that. In fact, let me jump there right now and let's see if it's going to work for us. Nope, not that one. Complete home marketing plan. There we go. DeAndre, are you seeing the complete home marketing plan right now, sir? Is anyone seeing the complete home marketing plan?
No, I don't see anything, Neil. Good morning.
Okay, so let me go back, and what about now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So the complete home marketing plan, this is probably going to be your marketing consultation plan. So this is the one. I'll send it to you so that it's editable for you. Complete home marketing plan. All you're doing is walking through this with your sellers, and then we can get into the meat of the presentation, right? When we start talking about the values and prices and specific things that we do. So complete home marketing plan, we're just going to print this right off. I printed mine on cardstock paper. Marketing plan for your homes. We're going to go through 1, 2, all the way through 6, telling them exactly what it is that we do, in-depth market analysis, what they're going to receive, fair market evaluation. That is going to be our POV, or professional opinion of value. Property enhancement checklist. I will also include that this property enhancement checklist, when you go through and you do the walkthrough, you're just going to say, these are some things that I could suggest that might help us raise the value or make your home more desirable by buyers when they come and see the property. Clear and open communication. Once again, all this is doing is it's a prompt for us to tell them what to expect for our relationship, our business relationship together, and then negotiating and structuring the sale. Carefully review and present all offers for your consideration. I'm doing this right now. Qualify and then negotiate, and then complete transaction management. Then it even includes the CAP, the client appreciation program, the post-close part of it. So this is telling them exactly what to expect throughout the entire transaction. And the reason we care about that is because what we looked at right here, that's how we're going to communicate our value. We're going to walk them through the entire process, all before we talk about compensation, because now they're going to say, well, I know what I'm getting. How much is it going to cost me? Because ultimately, our goal is for them to feel and understand and to know that whatever we charge, they're getting it at a bargain rate for the quality and the level of service that we provide. Something I'm going to encourage us to do. We have all been in the business for long enough that we can identify the typical pain points with transactions in our marketplace, right? So we know, for instance, buyers that aren't qualified, inspection, long inspection days, appraisal. We know what to anticipate. So our job and the way we're going to show value during the fundamentals is by addressing this right up front. We're going to let our sellers, our potential sellers, know, here's what we're seeing in the marketplace. Here's how we're going to alleviate that. We're going to give them some tips, some ideas that we do. Maybe it's that we do a broker's open, any of that before the property goes on the market. Set expectations and share your communication plan. That's what we just saw on the complete home marketing plan. How often are we going to communicate? Is it going to be once a week, every other week? How are we going to do that? Are we going to be sending them market update reports for their property specific, or for their specific property, or in general? And then choice. Here's the ultimate, alleviating factor for us, is that you as a business owner, as a real estate professional, you have a choice of whether you work with someone or not. You have the end choice of, are you going to allow your compensation to be adjusted or not? If a seller asks you to cut your commission, you need to be prepared to answer. Are you prepared to answer? Are you prepared to give an intelligent and defendable answer? It's an opportunity for you to audition your negotiation skills, and you can even let them know that you'll use those very same skills on their behalf. And then it's going to give us some tips, some dialogue on things that we can say, we might say. You might want to put some of your own funk or flair on there as well. So that's the commissionectomy part of it, along with the home marketing plan, the complete home marketing plan that we have. But speaking of listings, the marketing consultation, keeping your commission from sellers, and then the marketing plan, I wanted to jump one. Well, first, are there any questions about avoiding the commissionectomy? Like I said, you all will receive this document, the home marketing plan, and the complete checklist for when we're going through for touching up homes. Any questions, comments, or concerns before we proceed to another part that has to do about listings?
Hi, good morning, everyone. One thing I remember, Neil, talking about commissions and all of that, and I learned a new word, or a new phrase, if you will, from a previous video that you posted up for us. I believe it was during the luxury, we were talking about luxury mindset, if you will. And what that gentleman, I forgot his name, spoke about and said that instead of saying commission, we should say professional fees. So that was my takeaway, and I always remember that. And now I have adopted using that. So instead of saying commission or even compensation, at the very least compensation, but now it's, for me, professional fees.
That's absolutely correct, Cheryl. So at the least, we want to say compensation. Fully refined, we do want to say professional fee. So thank you for bringing that back to our attention, because as Jim Rohn says, oftentimes we don't need to be instructed, we need to be reminded. So that is a fantastic tip and reminder for us there. Anyone else, anything else this morning? Anyone else, anything else this morning on that part? All right, as I hope I did not, there we go. Florida Realtors. All right, Florida Realtors, the magazine came out. You all should have it. 22 ways to get listings. There are some good things in here. Let's see what we can do. And Let's see if it's going to play nice. All right. It does not want to play nice with me this morning because of how I have my settings set up. Okay, so here's what we're going to look at. Oh, that's what we'll do. All right, so what we can see, low inventory means more competition for listings. And I went through my physical copy of the book, and then I wanted to bring out I wanted to highlight some of the ways for us to target listings to get more listings. Number one, the first one is going to be focus on your niche. What is your niche? Find your niche and focus there. Don't just try to market or sell every property. Find people who have what you want to sell, identify them and focus. Focus on sharing information that they care about, the days on market for that type of property or that price band or that location. That's what's going to be attractive. The next one, for those of us that are looking to get more listings, a small one that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on or any time other than mention is host a buyer seminar. I believe that hosting a buyer seminar will offer you some opportunities to garner some listings. Number 8 on Florida Realtors list, keep your friends close. Reach out to your friends and your family, your past clients, phone, email, text message, note cards, face-to-face, coffee, whatever it takes. Let them know what it is that you're looking for. Hey, I'm really looking forward to helping some home sellers in this marketplace get as much as they can before things shift. Who do you know that's looking to sell their single family home in zip code 33029 or 316? However you want to tailor it, make sure that we're keeping our friends close. Develop organic ties through your interests. What are you interested in? Whatever you're interested in, someone else is interested in as well. And those organic ties. So one of my ties is going to be through my church. Another is going to be through bass fishermen, especially those who are bank fishermen who don't have boats. Another one is going to be through martial arts. So what are some of yours? I know that both UB and Cheryl, you guys are big into music and the love of jazz music and soothing music. So where can you find those organic ties in there? Right? Charles, you and the nightlife, where can you find those organic ties so you can identify opportunities for business? Number 10 is a big one. Hopefully you're doing this right now. Replace calls with direct messages. So it can be direct messages such as text messages. We could be doing direct messages through different social media platforms. People just are not answering their phones. And instead of us getting upset or frustrated that they aren't answering their phones, why don't we just communicate with them the way that we know we can get opens from their end? The last page here that I want to show us is on number 15, stay relevant. Consistent communication with your sphere of influence should include relevant quality real estate information, not recipe cards and sports calendars. What relevant information do you have? It's probably market reports that just came out, interest rate information, sharing things from either Dan or Ben when it comes to Tammy. Maybe Robin is going to share some info on insurance, especially during hurricane season. These are the relevant, accurate information pieces that we should be getting in front of our clientele so that we are relevant and communicating with them. Number 18, show off your knowledge on social media. It doesn't matter how, just be where the people are. If you are where the people are, when they need you, then you will be top of mind. Number 21, we don't have any issues with on our team. Rely on professionals for production. So photographs, videography for any listings that we do get. Go ahead and get a professional set of photographs done. It's going to make all of the difference. And I believe that's going to help us later down the line when it comes to using that same information to marketing properties. Now, there are other pieces in here, other tips, 11 tips to get things sold. Once we get the listing, that is not going to be the topic of our conversation today, but I am going to encourage us to go through, whether you have the digital copy or you have the manual, the physical copy, make sure you go through that you're looking at this information. And as I was talking to a group in Bradenton last week, why would we want to use this information right now? Because by the time Florida Realtors goes through and puts all of their financial resources behind this, that means they've researched the market. They're not just putting out something just to put it out. A helpful tip that I'm going to encourage all of you to do, this infographic here that can also be found online. 5 tips to help home buyers win and 2 things to always avoid. This is fantastic content for today, right? So I encourage you, as soon as I'm done, after I get the stuff sent out to you guys, I'm changing clothes, I'm recording my video, I'm writing my blog post, and then I'm sending out an email to my buyers in my CRM. 5 tips to help home buyers win and 2 things to avoid. I'm going to be laying that out in video, written form, all of that, just so that we are able to use that information. So that's what I have for you guys. I'm going to stop the video right now, then we'll have some closed in-house discussion.